because I have Mr. Jason Adams with us. Jason is headed for Savannah for his ordination. Jason Adams, what a joy to have you back. Thank you for being here. Was it 4 years ago? You had a different sofa, but you were here.
Yeah, 4 years ago I last came here. I just finished 2 years of pre-theology, and now this past 4 years I've been in Rome, Italy, and it's great to be back in the big deal of Cordele, here with Brother Phil. So
we're glad to have you back. I got reports from your mom and others while you were away. It seems like it agreed with you. You've grown taller.
I try to do my best staying over there. Well, the climate is kind of much similar to Cordele, so I was able to take advantage of trying to stay healthy. We have to walk to your classes. You spend about 30 minutes between the good food and all that. And we have a gym also. Very important.
What is the regimen like there? Is it, you know, we've heard all these stories about getting bread and water and sleeping on bare rocks and things, but what is the regimen like?
Okay, well, starting for the diocesan priesthood, in Rome, Italy, I studied with over 250 other seminarians studying to be Catholic priest, and each morning we're up by 6:15 for our morning mass and prayer service.
All right.
Then we have our breakfast.
Everybody sleeps in, gets their knuckles wrapped.
Boy, howdy. Yeah, believe me, you learn right away obedience of being up on time. And also, your formation advisor is alert if you're to
It sounds like the Army.
There's a lot of parallels.
Yeah.
Then we have a breakfast afterwards, depending on how long the priest preached with his homily, sermon. Mm-hmm. Our classes begin at 8:30. So although we live together on Vatican City State property, our classes, our academic theology classes, are out within the city of Rome. So it takes on average, there's 3 different schools depending on the religious order, but it's about a 30-minute walk to school, and that's where we are for the next 4 hours.
Okay. Now wait a minute. You got people from all over the world, right?
Yes.
All right. How do they do this? English is your primary language, and
correct.
Someone else, it may be Italian or German or French or whatever. How do they make that work?
Well, how it works, when we studying basically your European bachelor's degree, there's many different universities, and the primary track, you're right, is Italian, so it's expected that when you come over, you know some basic Italian to learn your theology. However, I was able to take advantage of a program for 3 years where the primary language was English.
Oh.
So for the first 3 years, I was happy that my English was what I was learning theology. And then the Italian I learned was just to get around the street and order off the menu.
Okay.
So, but basically, going into it, depending on which school you go to for your academics, either it's going to be Italian or English will be your language of choice. But however, your final exams can be given in any language that the professor understands, and most know English.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That sounds daunting to me.
It's a one oral exam, 10 minutes long, one shot, that's all. There's no midterms. So it is very important.
They don't grade on a curve, either fail or pass, right?
No, you're European school, so yeah, either you fail or pass, but for those that do fail, you can come right back again and pass.
Okay.
Thanks be to God, I was able to pass them all.
All right. What was it like? Did you get homesick?
Well, then I will say the first year is just so exciting. You're going through the motions. You get to see the Pope on the weekly basis, from the balcony, getting to know so many people that you just get caught up in the motions, just the excitement. But I'll say beginning of that second year, you start to miss the little things. There's no grits, there's no not the Cordele watermelon.
Grits. How in the world?
No bacon. I know, and you start missing, you do miss the family and the organized way things are
like
here.
When I went to Germany in the Army, there were no grits there.
No, we make it work, but I will say this, but you're able to to do things in common together. So if I miss NASCAR, I just hop in a taxi and go somewhere.
I mean, around
the Italians drive pretty fast.
Okay. Right.
Around there, then there's a...
Did they... when they realized that you were studying for the priesthood, did they treat you with some reserve, respect or something that you're going to be a priest?
More or less, when they see us, our uniform pretty much was wearing what you traditionally see, the black carrots with the white tab. Most of them, they treated us with a sense of respect. They have so many people, that are over there. And there's one or two that are superstitious, but they're always curious to see smiling American faces.
Oh,
and if anything, they're more curious about America. and
No,
asking us
no,
questions and telling
yeah.
us of where they've been or whatnot. So if they see us in clerics, it's more or less, Americani, yeah, and then name some state or something they once
Vista.
been to or something.
Wow. Do you run into a lot of Americans over there?
For the national school, yes, we have, there's 250 that are studying over there. Within the Roman schools itself, there are some professors, whether they be Jesuits or Dominicans, that were raised in the States and teach theology there. So you get some of the best minds from around the world, America, Germany, France, that teach either in Italian or English, their respective courses. So that's quite a good number. Actually, in Rome, each nationality has a national college. So I stayed at the North American College. There's an Irish college, Scots college, Mexican college.
Wow.
So German, French.
Okay, your shirt that you're wearing today, a Catholic
Yes.
Diocese of Savannah. Is this weekend for your ordination?
Yes, the big event. My 6 years of preparation comes down to this Saturday at 10 o'clock. Yes, I'll be ordained a priest to the
Will you be the
Catholic
only
priest.
one down there? It's gonna
Yes, I'll be
be,
the
so
only
the whole
one.
thing's going to be revolving around you down there.
There's a lot of attention placed to me, but also revolving around a lot of prayer from the people of Cordele and the Diocese of Savannah that made this moment possible
understand
for
that-
me to be
And
there.
we're going to close up the city, and everybody's going down there.
That's right, we're pulling up the buses. That's right. And for those that can't, I'm having my first Mass here in Cordele at 9:30, service at St. Teresa's, and I'm having a reception at the community clubhouse.
Now, when is this going to be?
This will be the next day. So on Sunday, July 1st,
You'll celebrate your first
my
Mass,
first Mass at 9:30 at St. Teresa's.
St. Teresa's. Okay.
And then there'll be a reception afterwards from 11:30 to 1 o'clock at the community clubhouse.
Oh, wow.
So for those that can't make it to Savannah or are scared of the weather, I would much like to see either attend one or the other
Have you
in
heard-
Cordele.
Have you heard from some of your classmates back here that you went to high school with and friends that you had back here? Have you heard from them?
Oh yes, well thanks to social media this day and age.
Oh, yeah, Facebook.
It's
YouTube,
easier, yeah. So we're coming up, this is actually, it's been
Twitter.
10 years since I graduated from high school, so I know we're working on the 10-year reunion, but I get to come back and say, technically, I'm a father, I guess. I'll have the most
Well,
children.
that will be the way we will address you then, Father Jason, or
You come-
Father Adams.
You can either call me Father Jason or Father Adams. They're also appropriate as the title Reverend, which we hear a lot
Okay.
here. So Reverend or Father Jason Adams, but yeah, that'll be the title. And yes, I've been able to keep up, and everybody's proud. And I'm also thankful for everybody for the prayers and support.
Jason, would you say that the home that you came from had a great deal of influence on where you are and what you have become?
Without a doubt, because as we learn in the Bible, the first home was Jesus with Mary and Joseph, and here my surroundings was being in Cordele, fifth-generation Catholic, and mom and dad and extended family, and growing up in the church, and then going to the school here, just seeing just the faith lived out. Catholics might be in the minority, but our love for Jesus Christ and our love for one another truly makes it Southern hospitality. And just to see what a beauty that was for me in Rome, and to see other people from different parts of the United States are so as blessed or take
Do you
things for
know
granted.
where your first charge will be?
I will find out this Saturday officially. It'll be somewhere within Georgia, the Diocese of Savannah. So it makes Mama happy. I'll be somewhere home,
Mom,
somewhere in Georgia. Come find out
it won't
Sunday.
be 3,000 miles away in Rome. It'll be somewhere.
No, and it won't be
driving
Rome,
distance.
Georgia. That's right. It'll be somewhere within driving distance. So, but yes, I'm looking forward
And
to.
some church is going to all of a sudden require a new member because your mom's going to be there.
Collections will go up.
Oh, that is great. When did you know that you knew that you knew that you knew this is what God wants you to do, Jason?
Well, to make a long story short, I will say it was back in 2005. Being a junior in college, I was a political science major and entertaining a career, in law, maybe going into politics. But I just reached a point, soon right during the death of John Paul II, and having attended visiting a friend in Steubenville, Ohio, where it just came to me in prayer. It's like, Lord, I've been telling you what I want to do with my life and asking you to bless it, instead of saying, Lord, what do you want for my life? And I think it's once I asked the correct question, that's when the idea of the priesthood came into my heart. I started talking to the local priest, then visited a seminary. 6 years later, here I am. But I would say it was just asking the question, instead of instructing the Lord, asking Him to inform me.
So those years that while you've been gone, seems like to me they just went by like this. Maybe it's longer for you, but whew, you know. It's
No.
just one day you're sitting here, I'm going to Rome, Phil, and now you're back.
Yeah, now I'm back, and it's great to be back. Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been 4 years. Hopefully I can come before then and have on the collar and tab and talk
Listen,
about the ministry.
Now, don't try to sauce me. Do I look any older than? No, don't answer.
You're just as wise as you always were, Phil.
Now, this Saturday in Savannah, what's the name of the church that you?
It's the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist.
Okay.
So that'll be at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Are all the seats taken?
No, I'm the only one, so I'm sure there's plenty of room for record. Say you're from Cordele, you get the good deal.
Somebody, they'll open the door and let you.
Oh, but yeah.
Yes,
We'll be just right.
I know Jason's mama. Can I come? She's watching. We're picking on you.
Yeah, all are welcome.
I know that your family has to be extremely proud of you. And we're proud of you.
Thank you.
We're proud of you. You've done well. You'll be ordained this Saturday, 11 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, St. John's in Savannah. If it doesn't rain them out. We saw that rain a few minutes ago.
Yeah, we got to
I
pray.
think maybe that'll be gone by the time you get there. And then Sunday he'll be back here to celebrate his first Mass, and that will be at St. Teresa's at
9:30.
9:30. There'll be a reception to follow at the Community Clubhouse in Cordele. They'll be there till 1. So please stop by sometime and say hello to Jason. Welcome back, and congratulate him. And keep him in your prayers if you will do that. He's going to be assigned somewhere in driving distance.
That's
We know
right.
that.
That's right.
Jason Adam, what a joy to have you back.
No, thank you.
God bless. Be careful.
Thank you.
Be
It's
careful.
great to be back.
Great. Jason Adam, ordained Saturday. Don't go away. We will be back. We've got Ms. Ruth Sanders. She's here from Plains, Georgia. They're having the pig picking. The president is going to be there. How much more panache can you get than that? We'll tell you about it all. It's straight ahead. The day continues right after this.